you pay for a place to live,
Senator Jerry
you
Gills
do
says he
probably
wants
do
any
have more
reorganization to protect ratepayers and fire victims.
you know what I'm
first.
saying? Like,
PG&E shareholders and the bondholders, they invested, and sometimes we make that investment. We should not be helping or assisting them or giving golden parachutes to CEOs.
I agree.
In California, utilities can be held liable
But
for
also,
fire damage caused by
that's
their
what kind of
equipment,
agency
even if
is-
they weren't negligent in maintenance. Eric Westervelt, NPR News.
maybe negligent.
Prices on Wall Street today, the Dow was down 86. This
Can't
is
go down much more.
Good
Good job.
Andrea
Andrea Spencer, you need to read.
Cut it, paste it, save it, load it, check it, quick rewrite it.
Oh, did you start that?
Burn it, grip it, drag it, drop it, zip unzip it, lock it, fill it, call it, find it, view it, code it, gem unlock it, surf it, scroll it, pause it, click it, cross it, crack it, switch it, date it, name it, read it, tune it, print it, scan it, send it, fax, rename it, touch it, bring it, pay it, watch it, turn it, leave it, stop, format it, technology.
Live from studios in South Hall on the beautiful campus of Jacksonville State University.
We're gonna have to talk about the rule of thirds with both. Who cares about the ceiling? Bring it down.
Years ago, Michael
Well, I don't want to show all my, I don't want the lower part. It's just its leg and everything. That's why I've been doing that. I don't
walk over here and pull it up so people see your leg. People pay good money for that.
Are we done? Are we
They
ready?
don't pay nothing.
We're ready. Are we ready to do the show?
Welcome into the Hey Techies show. Yeah, that's me. I'm back hot
You're
on
back,
the air.
Michael.
Yeah.
Back from CES.
Yeah, well, I would have a pretty good report, but I couldn't never get out of the casino.
Oh,
lost his
It's
shirt.
really tough. I almost lost my shirt
So
there.
the truth comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
No. We'll have something. I hope everybody's doing well.
Gambling man.
And that's what's funny about it. I don't gamble, so that'd be what would be so funny about it. Bruce, how are you?
There's a reason to joke.
Yeah, that's right. Because
I am wonderful.
I lose my shirt.
I am wonderful. Hey, the
You're-
viewer changes the changes.
Oh, we're just throwing ourselves in here for sure.
between the old one and the other old one.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
make sure I didn't block the.
Nah, I think you did.
Very close.
Yeah.
And the Guru, you're doing well?
Yes, I'm doing well, Michael.
He made it just in time.
We did make it just in time.
Oh man, I came in ready to go.
This is
Oh, please. That's such a bunch of baloney. But anyway.
Look, I have all my stuff prepped.
Oh, yeah, you're a prepper. You
I am.
are. Yeah, you, boy, I tell you.
You prepper.
You good man.
I have
Well-
all my stuff set up.
I hope everybody
Slackers.
is doing. Yeah. I hope everybody's doing well. Guru, you're doing well.
yeah. I said that once.
Man, I tell you what.
It's your first show of 2019, Michael.
I got to
Yeah,
tell you.
well-
Where have you been all?
welcome to
Where have
the
you been all year?
Yeah, right. So today I was cold. My goodness. Oh, I just never could get warm. It probably didn't help that where I work here at JSU, the truck was no air, no heat,
Oh, yeah.
plenty of air, no heat. See, I'm so cold I can't think.
I had a funny joke on that.
I'm sure you'll think of it later.
No, what was I gonna say?
If you want to be on the Hey Techie Show, the phone number is 256-782.
5600.
And you can join us on the Hey Techie Show. Of course, heytechieshow.com if you can get it up and running. So
We're having some.
we're having a
We're
little
not
bit of-
having technical issues.
we're having some slowness with our provider.
Provider
Or
is.
something.
Our
But
host providers.
We have sent them the solution.
yeah,
Here has.
yeah.
It said, fix this.
That's right.
We pay money to fix this.
Well, it has been
An interesting week while you're at CES. Yes, do tell.
okay.
We have the
We're
whole
not going to let that go, are we?
Hour one we reserved for you.
You took it. I mean, you were the one that wins. Of
I
course
did
you're not
say
gonna
I
take
was there. That's true. Of course, everybody had to know that wasn't true. That was me. I actually was at home. I had made promises that I had to keep, which was pretty funny too because I had to get
I
off the
think you made a
phone.
promise to us 3 years ago.
I did, but I had to get off the phone with you guys abruptly because the app that the ESPN app had crashed and my wife needed it back on ASAP. That's the honest to God's truth.
It was all for naught.
Yeah, that is
You
true.
could have called us, we'd have to troubleshoot it.
No, I knew what it was.
I'll say I was proud of myself. This whole
Well, I need
season,
here it goes. I
I
was
did not
waiting.
watch.
Well, good for you.
Whole season.
Fantastic.
I may not do it again this year.
Well, good. Go,
We'll
go, go for it.
Got a lot more stuff done.
Well, great.
And the results didn't change.
No, they didn't. I like my headsets. Yeah, I got them plugged up. They sound really good.
We have 3 generations of headsets.
That is good
So I need
fun.
to turn yours down, Michael, because it's probably quite booming.
No, it sounds good. We're
We
good.
went louder, right?
No, it's fine.
Turn it up.
Actually, it
Do you
sounds.
have noise cancellation on?
I guess it is. No, I don't. No, I think that turns off or something. It's not as.
No,
No.
you can
I guess it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. You just try to play with it.
Oh, man.
Well, we got a few headlines here. We need to get right off the bat, and I guess I will start since I was lazy-mazy last week and wasn't here.
Yeah, it should have a whole hour.
You know, Windows 7's free support
Oh, man.
in its last year.
Yeah. Good.
On January 14th, 2020, Microsoft's free support for Windows 7 will end. However, if you must have your Windows 7 with feature patches, Microsoft offers several options, including a pay program with cost increasing each year of the extended 3 years of support, or all updates included for the users of WVD, the Windows Virtual Desktop Program. And as one might know it, hack a Tesla, get a Tesla. At the Pawn to Own hacking event this March, a Tesla will be up for grabs to anyone who can crack the vehicle, as Tesla calls it. Tesla has been running a bounty program for the last 4 years, with one caveat: pre-approved good faith security research only. If one hacks a Tesla within the rules of the bounty program, then Tesla promises not to void the warranty. Bruce is already trying to find his. This will be the first automaker to bring a vehicle to the event. The successful hacker, maybe Bruce, could leave Vancouver with a Model 3.
Bruce is busy working on it.
Spider-Man tickets, man.
SpaceX started 2019 off with a successful launch of the Iridium 8 mission last Friday. The previously flown first stage Falcon 9 rocket successfully delivered 10 Iridium satellites into orbit and completed the $3 billion Iridium Next constellation of 75 satellites. The Iridium Next network, so that 3 comes fast, will support the company's new broadband service connectivity for Internet of Things devices and other communication services. The Falcon 9 first stage also made a successful landing on the drone ship Just Reading Instructions in the Pacific Ocean. Also, dealing with SpaceX and Elon Musk, the assembly of the next generation SpaceX spacecraft finished assembly last week at SpaceX's Boca Chica launch site in Texas. CEO of SpaceX Elon Musk shared a picture of the completed Starship, as it's being called, on Twitter. A person in a spacesuit stands next to the Starship to show the massive size of the vehicle, which has a diameter of about 30 feet. Diameter, 30 feet. The vehicle will be used for vertical takeoff and landing tests. That's what I got.
And that's your take headlines.
That's right.
January
I just
14th,
couldn't get the words out.
2019.
So let's step back. And I don't know we don't talk about these headlines.
No, that's what we're going. No,
But
we are going. That's what I
the
wanted.
the hack a Tesla.
Yes.
Do you think there'll be somebody that's successful?
Well, I know there has been somebody who's been successful. Back, was it last year? I believe it was. There was a group of people that successfully hacked a Tesla via Wi-Fi.
Well, what are the rules for this one?
Well, I think, I don't know all the rules. I think there are some bounty rules. I don't know the rules. I know you would. I'm surprised you don't already know by heart.
If you had a guess, how do you think they'll do it? I think it's going to be through Bluetooth.
Oh, I've never been in a
Either
Tesla.
that
I mean,
or LTE.
somebody I know has been in a Tesla, so they might have a heads up on that. Oh, really?
It's sweet. I've actually been in.
So hey, I got a different question. And you just
Except
brought
for the
some,
Roadster,
so
I've
you
been in
don't
every
think
model.
you don't think that a direct access can be possible?
What do you mean?
Like, does it have USB or anything that you could direct access? Some
Well,
kind of.
that's what I'm saying. It depends on what the rules are. I mean, do you already have, can
Well,
you?
what would matter which way you did it? I mean, yeah, I mean, I guess.
You'd have to have physical access.
Well, I understand that. I know that the non-physical access would be the worst kind. I get that. But still,
You know, let me see.
I
At some
imagine
point,
the
over
rules
show,
will.
you know, I'll read the rules.
I imagine the rules will be. You have to do it.
I think
over
it's
the
great
air.
that they're doing it, and I think it's going to create a lot of competition. To say, hey, and it's going to be a write-off, man. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I think it's a great idea.
They already offered up to 15,000 for their previous pay program.
What would be awesome if they had a 3, an S, and an X all sitting there,
Yeah.
and they're like, got it all of them. They're going to keep them all.
Yeah.
It's like take them all.
Take them
three
all,
of
all three. No, they're going to give a model. What did I say? 3.
Probably.
Yeah. Anyway. Well, what do you think about Windows 7? Has this crept up on people?
I think Microsoft was trying to encourage some Windows 7 users to go ahead and make the swap here recently with some updates.
I haven't seen anything about the money. No, it's probably Well, I know, yeah,
Okay, you're good.
that didn't go off on me. Yeah, right. Yeah, correct. Oh, our updates. Yeah, that is another thing. Do you want to keep their updates coming? That might be
break.
How much would it break? You might just want to whatever you're using that Windows 7 box on.
That's what the junior developers are working on, is keeping Windows 7 up to date. That's the reason why it happened.
No, I don't know about that. I've had some recent frustrations with Windows 10 version. I don't know whether that's junior or not.
You mean the last version?
Yeah, the last version of Windows. Guru is solid.
I'm just taking it all in. I told you first hour was yours, Michael. Yes, we're still waiting.
You didn't lie.
Do we need to go to break first? Let's get set.
That's funny. Well, when the Hey Techies show returns, we'll have more jokes from the Guru.
That wasn't a joke.
Be right back.
We're just getting started. Plenty more Hey Techies show for your listening pleasure.
They want me to do that same thing, the HTTP
wow.
thing on the Hey Techies WP admin. I think there's a better way.
HTTP. What now?
I'm having to they put an Apache. Want me to put an Apache
Oh.
HTTP on the WP admin.
Career training to
Oh.
take advantage of your skills in
Oh.
science.
You have to authenticate to that,
Yeah.
and then you would authenticate with WordPress.
Right.
But they're pounding on that login.
Technology and equipment not found in the civilian world.
Well, I mean,
The Army National
whatever you
Guard
think's
can get you
best.
started in an array of STEM-related career fields such as information technology, communication systems,
Well,
special
actually,
forces engineers, technical engineering, air traffic control, and chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear science. Get a head start
I
on
can
your
say I can
career
create
in
you
an
a-
exciting new field while earning money to pay for college, all while serving
We
in
don't have
your
to do it
own
right this
community.
minute.
Log on to nationalguard.com or talk to a recruiter in your area to learn about all of the STEM career opportunities available to you in the Army National Guard. Sponsored by the Alabama Army National Guard. Aired by the Alabama Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is an Alabama legacy moment.
The three.
Did I steal one of your stories? Is that what you were like?
Yeah, the one that says one.
Yeah.
Well,
Were purchased
Sorry.
by the federal government in 1936.
It was like a pasture in the
Children
shed.
top of the password.
And farmland.
What now?
Top of the password.
Hey, how about don't do that on
Reserve includes the 102-mile Pickering National Trail
Oh,
System
they.
at Alabama's highest and second highest points, Mount Cheaha and Duggar Mountain.
Sponsored by the Alabama Bicentennial Commission. When a child plays with blocks, the skills of a future engineer, rocket scientist,
Well, what
contractor, and architect are developing. A child on the playground is practicing the skills of a future athlete. When a child creates art, the skills of
Yeah,
a
I know
future
that.
illustrator, author, and artist are being
Is that okay,
discovered.
Michael?
In first-class pre-K
Yeah.
classroom, children do all
Sure,
these
why
things
not?
and discover a lifetime love of learning. For more information on pre-K, go to children.alabama.gov or just Google pre-K
Now if you go to
Alabama.
the
Sponsored by
admin,
Alabama
you get
Department of
HTTP
Early
on,
Childhood
you
Education,
put
the Alabama
Michael in that
Broadcasters
password,
Association,
then
and this station.
authenticate to WordPress.
Okay.
Here in my car, where it gets hacked all the time. We drive by the hacker in my car.
Trying to get you a free car.
Cruising down the road at 95. The hacker's got control of my car.
Man, he's serious, folks.
That timing was perfect for that bumper. I'm
It
glad I put
was.
that one there.
He's 1 foot out the door.
Kind of like we rehearsed that or something.
You got till March. You can figure it out in March.
Yeah.
in Vancouver.
Got to get one to test it. Because they said that's what I was looking for.
No, they're gonna have it there to do it.
I know, but you got to test
Nah,
it
just
before.
go, just go. Just go cold
Sure.
turkey. Go cold turkey.
Cold turkey. Like I just took this guy's wallet and it has a key in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Social engineering.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, that works.
Like I've got 4 keys here. So,
I saw something, Guru. Did I put this? That I thought you might. I don't remember if I already got this today. Yeah. It's a little blip of a story, I guess, because I haven't seen a ton about it. But Elon Musk SpaceX says it's laying off 10% of its workforce.
Oh, really? I missed that.
I can't believe
yeah,
you
there's
missed that.
yeah. How did you miss that? I feel like that was in our chat chain. Which, by the way, we need to talk about that.
Uh-oh.
So there's going to be a big change for me this year. I will still keep Signal on my phone, but it was basically pointless for me to use. And I have used it since. I looked this up. Maybe I'm gonna have to look that year back up, but it's been several years that I've used it.
Yeah.
And
Well, I started using it because you were
Yeah.
using
and
it.
well, that's the thing. One of my friends, he told me, he was like, "You're the only person that I use Signal with."
Well, same can be said with me.
Well, and I thought about that. I said, well, all right, let me go through all the people that I have, like literally less than the amount of fingers I have. That many people I use Signal with them. So the majority of my text, I mean, it's never gonna
It's
happen.
terrible. It's just
After
terrible.
years
After
of doing
years, terrible. His text could still be read by a Russian spy.
They could. No, I mean it's just
It could be the end of the world as we know it.
well, and it gets
Those texts of what he's going to buy his wife on the weekend.
That's right.
It could be seen by
Or
Russian
she's gonna buy
spies.
me.
What's yeah. I know what you're saying,
You know what I'm
but
saying? I'm like,
you can still text me that way. I mean,
oh,
I know we
absolutely
talk
will.
about super secret stuff
We do.
that nobody should know. Encrypted.
But that was my thing. Is just that, like, this is just a fight for naught. Like nobody's adopting it.
I think it's
Maybe-
This may be the year, though.
Maybe if I leave, it'll take off. I'm like, yes.
no. I think
I can go back. And they're like, oh, you're just not getting on this.
I really think people like the default one that comes with their phone.
I guess.
I don't know. I bet you if you polled, you would find very few people
That have
install a
messenger.
different messenger.
I don't know. I think a lot of people use WhatsApp, which is owned by Facebook.
Yes.
And I would not use Telegram. They roll their own crypto. Don't roll your own crypto. It's like rule number 1. Especially that they won't
There's a lot
tell
of other
anybody.
things you shouldn't roll your own either, but don't
Sure.
do the crypto. Just FYI.
Don't roll your own burrito. Unless you're
I mean, Elon Musk rolled his own, but don't
He
roll
did.
your own crypto.
But anyways, so that's what I was going to bring up was that, other than the people that I already use Signal with, I'm just going to straight up use my default messenger. I won't get double notifications in Android Auto. Because
Are you getting that?
yeah, with Signal it will notify me twice.
Oh wow. Is that
I don't
some
know.
kind of bug? I guess.
I guess. And it's super annoying because it seems like, when somebody texts you twice, you get 4 messages, or say if 2 people text you, it's just, you think, oh my gosh, the world's coming to an end. Like, and I don't particularly like to message on the phone.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't do that.
Even if it's all voice and I don't have to do anything, it still takes my phone.
No, I pull over. So quite seriously, if I can pull over, I will. If I see it on my watch and I kind of glance at it and like, that's not an emergency. They can wait.
Yeah.
It's not an emergency.
So that was my
But
update.
But I do not text and drive it. I highly suggest no one else do it either.
Signal won't be retired for me, but it will be much less used. It's not my default. It's not used for SMS at all now.
Huh. Well, I've got to do something before we go any further.
Okay.
Real quick before, and I want to cover a little bit of the SpaceX story I just brought up.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
My brother Mark had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday to my brother Mark, and he is 44. I'm sure he'll be glad of me telling him.
Halfway out the door.
Yeah.
44, halfway out the door.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm 2.5 years older than he. So we're like, we're 2 years difference for a portion.
Yeah.
And then I go back up to being 2.5 eventually. So anyway, but he's a good brother, and I would be remiss if I didn't mention his birthday. I'm grateful to have him. So anyway, well, Guru, I know you're enthralled in something else that, by the way, is very important.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm getting that out there, but I do need your attention for just a minute.
Sure.
Here is the story headline: Elon Musk's SpaceX says it is laying off 10% of its workforce. And this is from Gizmodo, and I've seen it in other places. A quote from the article: to continue delivering for our customers and to succeed in developing interplanetary spacecraft and a global space-based internet, SpaceX must become a leaner company. Sorry. Either of these developments, even when attempted separately, have bankrupted other organizations, the company said in a statement. This means we must part ways with some talented, hardworking members of our team. We are grateful for everything they have accomplished and their commitment to SpaceX's mission. This action is taken only due to the extraordinarily difficult challenges ahead and would not otherwise be necessary.
So financial challenges.
There's what that tells me is they're about to sink a bunch of cash.
Yep.
Into Starship.
Possibly.
That's what reading the tea leaves.
Yeah.
And I hate it for those that are affected. I mean, they currently employ about 6,000 people, so roughly 600 people.
Yep.
Are going to lose their job. These are probably very well paid.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and I hate that for anybody affected by it, but they have what that company's delivered in less than a decade is miraculous.
Oh yeah.
By any measure.
Well, that's speaking of layoffs, that's crazy to think that they only have 6,000 employees when AT&T's getting ready to lay off 7,000.
Yeah, and that's their total 6,000 total workforce.
Yeah.
And they built this whole. I mean, you think about it, everything.
The whole space program, yeah.
I mean, the whole, like the Falcon 9 rocket and Dragon and all that, that's all built by them. Like, I mean, it ain't like how NASA did in the past where they would sub things out to different contractors and then be responsible for trying to integrate that together. They just built it all. That's part of the reason they've been so successful, I think. Some of the things they've pulled off, though, are just extraordinary. I mean, like the other day,
yes.
When SpaceX launched the Iridium mission, I watched it with somebody in my family. I said, just watch this. We watched a replay of it. I said, watch this. This thing's about to land this first stage on this drone ship. They had never seen that before. And it wasn't, the live picture cut out, but just the fact that when they cut back to it after it landed and the video came back, that first stage is sitting there out in the middle of the Pacific. I mean, this is somebody who grew up during the space race.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they've seen it all from Gemini, Apollo, Mercury, all that through shuttle, and now what the private companies are doing. But back to what I was saying, though, I kind of got off on a tangent. I think what it is SpaceX is about to drop a bunch of cash in developing this next iteration, BFR. They're now calling it,
But do you think
Falcon-
600 people?
Falcon Super and Starship and all that.
You think 600 people would be enough to do that?
I don't know. I mean, and maybe they're just trying to get themselves ready to be more leaner and agile than they have been previously. And
The hated word. They're having to share offices now and bathrooms.
no, but you got to think about this too. Like with the whole Falcon 9 program, like they've quit. They said they've stopped making major changes to that system, that space
Yeah.
vehicle. You know.
Yeah,
So,
no, yeah, I get what you're saying. So it's like that development's not needed. It's perfected.
and granted, they are moving on to BFR and the Starship and all that, but
Well, wait. You mean a company would design a product to stop having to update it? You're kidding. Call Microsoft. I mean, they can't get a perfect product without it needing to be updated and screwed up over and over again.
I mean, not that they're making some minor but major things where they're changing where it's significant.
Yeah.
You know, I think.
Oh yeah, I was being facetious. But here's one note to this. Musk reportedly fired at least 7 people last summer over disagreements about performance speed of the company's Starlink satellite program. All were reported to have been senior management staffers.
And the thing about that, this whole satellite-based internet that they're developing, but so far they've yet to make a single dollar revenue. Think about that. They've dumped a lot of money into that program, and they really don't have a whole lot to show for it yet. I mean, they've been deploying some satellites, but they're far away from having their constellation up there, and they've got to get that in place before they can even start bringing in revenue.
Yeah. Wait a
That's a
second.
lot
You
of
said Elon fired 7 people because they disagreed?
Last summer over disagreements about the performance speed of the company's Starlink satellite program.
Culture.
Well,
Disagree with me, you're fired.
yeah.
A bunch of yes men.
Well, now this is what the article says.
So there's more to the story.
Wow, isn't there always?
Sometimes there's
Page-
less to the story.
Page, yeah, that's true. I got one of those too. Page 2.
And also, just to add, the SpaceX President Chief Operating Officer Glenn Shotwell said in a statement that this was a, quote, very difficult but necessary decision, end quote. And employees that were hit by these layoffs were offered a minimum of 8 weeks of pay and other benefits.
I'm sure they have very remarkable skills.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
No doubt about it.
And I wonder if Bezos' space company, was it Blue Origin?
Oh, yeah.
You got Bezos doing it. Rocket Lab out of Australia is doing it.
Hey, the Russians, they want, Chinese might hire Russians.
Boeing's
Chinese
into
are
the,
just stealing on all.
Boeing's in commercial crew.
Same
They've
thing.
got the Starliner. Boeing's into this whole space,
Well,
commercial
sure.
space stuff now.
There'll be plenty of places for them to work. The question is, will that meet up with their life or what they want to do? And all those kind of things.
Yeah, I think they've been really vested in that company.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
So we don't know who they're laying on. So, but,
Yeah,
but
I feel for those.
oh yeah, well, anybody would. It's got a heartbeat.
Well, let's talk about the Starship. And they're
Yes.
little, let's see. Last week, Musk said the flights for the prototype for a Mars-bound spacecraft would be happening in 4 to 8 weeks. That's that prototype that's built for. Basically, they're testing them to land it vertically.
Right.
If you think back several years ago, before SpaceX was very popular, they built a similar prototype of the Falcon 9. They called it the Grasshopper. They just would take off, hover, and then they would figure out how to land it vertically. What was funny, I was watching a YouTube video about that. The minimal thrust from one of the Merlin engines on the Falcon 9 first stage, just one. There's 9 on there.
Yeah.
But just one of those engines, even at minimal thrust, an empty first stage is about empty of fuel, it would take off. They have to time the landing as it's coming down and fire that rocket just the right amount of time, that engine,
Yeah.
where it'll just land.
Otherwise, they'd take back off.
If they do it too soon, it will slow down. It'll lose all its velocity
Yeah.
and stop, and then start going back up. Think about that. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
it's a lot. I mean, it's crazy to think.
yeah, it's perfect.
I mean,
Perfect time. And it could be some people that are expert in certain areas that they've already finished
Oh, yeah.
with that too. You know, just like if they were working on a project, their specific is for that project. You know? I mean, there's a lot of things here that could be.
And how long, if say there was somebody that was there at the beginning, how long would
SpaceX started in late. You guys should know that.
You really should.
See, earlier than that, company was founded in 2002, 16.
So I mean, we don't.
So if
know.
they were one of
We're
the first
making
employees, they could
big
potentially
assumptions.
been there 16.
that'd be rough.
Yeah, that's true.
I doubt it's one of the originals though.
Well, the question would
interesting to
be interesting to know if somebody's been there that long.
That,
I mean,
yeah, that's another interesting. Are there any originals?
Yeah. Because that kind of thing would be stressful. There's a lot of stressful jobs, but that would be that kind of. I mean, it's volatile. Anything like that's very volatile.
So yeah.
So anyway, well, there's that. Now, as far as CES goes, we
I've
made
been waiting for this now.
we made a lot of jokes, and I know I came on the show last week. And if you heard last week, I'm glad you tuned in. Thank you for that. But I was not at CES.
You're welcome.
However, I have done a little bit of reading. And as one would guess, a lot of what was at CES was some prototypes. I don't know if you've seen a lot of the news, but I think there were a lot of prototypes not quite out there for public consumption. There was a lot of things that probably most people would not be interested in. For instance, a $7,000 toilet. Come on.
Yeah. So
Seriously.
it doesn't even have a bidet.
No, not according to what Kohler says.
Yeah. Has speakers built in.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is weird. It doesn't even self-clean. Oh, what was one of the things you said? It would flush on command.
Yes, flush on a command.
On
So
a
you-
command.
So you, I
That
guess,
is
I
the
wonder-
dumbest thing
yeah. What would be the command?
I have ever heard. We have sensors for that where I don't have to say anything.
Yeah,
A
You walk away and it
what would be considered a
Flush.
low-tech solution.
yeah. Well, I have a real low tech solution as a handle. I use it.
Well, yeah,
It's,
but I mean,
it works
hands-free.
every time.
we
And it
already
doesn't-
have
and it
IR.
doesn't cost $7,000.
We already have sensors that in a home. If you replaced it with that battery would probably last 40 years. They're in public restrooms and they operate off a battery. It's all that it would take. You know, I don't want to talk to my toilet.
Nah.
Don't want to talk to my toilet. Just saying.
we'll talk to Alexa.
Really, honestly,
And then,
if
hey Google, hey Siri.
I didn't have to. That's what I'm saying. All this home automation or smart home, it needs to get to a point where it's automatically done. Then I don't need to say anything.
Oh.
What about?
So
Oh, you want it just like?
I don't want to
thing.
interact.
Yeah.
but how would it know what you were wanting it to do? I mean, I'm not sure.
For
how-
example,
yeah,
I-
by all means.
for example, just like your Nest thermostat learned your normal.
Yeah.
routine,
Okay. I get that.
Alexa is used as my alarm. By now, she should know. I mean, I know I can set it every day. But, you know, for example, say if you already have your calendar. This is, oh, hey, today I see something on your calendar. It's not your normal day.
Right.
So I'm already going to ask you before you go to bed, hey, do you still need your alarm set for the normal time?
Yeah.
That should be the only time that I talk to it. Otherwise, it's going to say, hey, I know this is your schedule. You normally get up this time.
Right.
Here you go. It's done. Whenever I get up, I shouldn't even have to say, Alexa, stop. It would see me get up, and I don't mean see me. Just like a motion sensor, not a camera. Again, don't go super high tech, but hey, oh yeah, there's motion. This person has moved. I can turn off that.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
Or otherwise, if I say snooze 3 times,
Right.
then we're going to go through this 3 times.
Snooze 3 times.
But what I'm saying is we are creatures of habit.
Yeah, right. I agree with you.
If it's smart,
I mean,
otherwise I am just programming things to do stuff, and there's no smart stuff.
I mean, the toilet should know when I'm almost done. I mean, it should be able to.
It should know when I'm
it should really know how to flush.
There's public restrooms that the doors don't even lock on that will flush when you get up.
I know. I agree. I just want to
Some
know.
of them in this building.
It says you can play the music or the news through the speakers. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes I think that's where the news needs to be.
Yeah, it kind of is already there.
Yeah, in the toilet.
But you did say it had a heated seat, and it would. Now this was actually pretty neat. It would put the seat up
Raise
and
and lower the lid.
kind of fun.
Voice
with that.
commands.
I don't have to touch it.
Raise the lid. Lower the. If you're well, I don't even want to go there. Lower the lid. Raise the lid. Lower the.
You would use that tone every time. You
Yeah.
say that.
Raise the lid.
Poop Master 5000.
Yeah. Poop master. The cold poop master.
Lower the throne.
Kohler.
I got something here.
Yeah. That's
Sorry.
right.
Sorry, Madam Speaker, I had to use that. That was
Yeah.
And they also have a tub that adjusts the water temperature. It's just
Don't read the manual first. It'll just pass it.
yeah, that's right. Of course, a lot of internet connected things, as Bruce was talking about. I mean,
well, what would understand a different language?
I don't know. That is a good question. I don't have
Is
that.
the program just for English? Or if you started speaking like in Spanish, what would it?
I imagine that Kohler at $7,000 could program it for almost everything. Yeah, I totally understand. You know, I was talking to Bruce and the Guru before the show. I was thinking, you know, it really seems like that we saw last CES, or at least they talked about, the roll up TV.
Yeah, I feel
it's
like we've
very
talked about it
familiar
before,
that we've
yeah.
talked about it. Or maybe they released it earlier in the year and now are just, or you know, when we talk about rumors. So maybe it was something we covered in the show one day. But LG has a a TV that rolls up. It comes out of a box, basically. You may have seen it. And it comes down to, I want to say like, you can get it down to where it's like 10% of the whole overall screen.
Mm-hmm.
And it has things like you can music, like you could set an app so you can see what music is playing or weather, or, you know, it almost comes like a small frame. And I forget what they have a word for it when it's in that mode.
Rolled up,
No, that's not it.
compressed mode.
I can't remember how to.
Well, I will say, you know, a lot of stories before CES were saying, you know, it's going to reinvent your living space.
Yeah.
And people are going to have to start designing around it. I'm sorry, I'm already in my house. I'm not designing around this. It's already been designed.
Yeah.
And I think that's the problem is you know, you gotta design for what's already but now there's this headline that I don't necessarily agree with. I think they were just trying to get readers. I guess they were successful because I clicked on it. It says these creepy smart home sensors are straight out of Black Mirror. Everybody, yeah, I'm sure you know what Black Mirror is.
I've heard of it. I've never
It's a very
watched it.
successful Netflix show.
Mhm.
But these are products, and this was at CES, but it was from Panasonic. They showcased its human insight technology. One of them was a mirror. They just have it
Okay.
built into the mirror, but it will basically tell you, you know, your age, your gender, your heart rate. What else will it do? But the company said it's only wrong 0.001% of the time. Is what they claim. So
0.001%.
0.001. So 1,000%
Huh.
of the time it is wrong. So it will usually correctly guess your age, your gender, your heart rate. Then there's also a chair that will figure out your emotions.
Okay.
And it based that on the pressure on the seat, your heart rate. What else did they say? Like the tenseness,
Mm-hmm.
whether you're stressed out. And it'd read all this and it would connect to the rest of your home to maybe change the temperature, change the lighting. It would detect your mood, basically.
I got you.
So it's a mood chair instead of a mood ring.
A mood chair.
So, but it would, and that's what I'm talking about. That makes more sense. That if I don't have to say anything, it's like, oh, I sense that you've had a terrible day. Let's change the lighting. Let's set the temperature to this. And there's scientific data to back some of those things to say we know that by doing these things we can change these emotions or at least alter them slightly.
Mm-hmm.
You may not be able to get rid of the actual problem that's causing the emotion, but at least you can slightly alter it. So, and I didn't have to say, Alexa, I had a terrible day. Alexa, turn on the bedside lamp. Set my mood to go. Thank you.
So we're already getting tired of what was really cool just a few years ago.
I mean, I said it back then. I was like, it's going to be nice when we get to this point. I shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I got it.
But what about those who don't want these things in their house because they're listening to everything you say?
Oh yeah, I mean that's totally reasonable.
So I caught a little bit on a news channel on my way home from work today, and I couldn't find the actual source, but I did find something from the University of Illinois website from their it's a press release here. Headline of this press release: inaudible white noise could protect private conversations. So apparently some researchers at UC Illinois researchers working at the Coordinated Science Lab have designed a sound that is completely inaudible to humans, yet is audible to any microphone.
Okay.
And they're calling it kind of like a white noise.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't compete with your speech, but can help shield your sounds from microphones. These new sounds created by professors Ramit Roy,
Sure.
and I'm not going to pronounce their name. Two professors at University of Illinois. They combine multiple tones. When interacting with the microphone's mechanics, these tones create a shadow, or is a sound that the microphones can detect but remains outside of human hearing. There's a quote here: imagine having a private conversation with someone. You can broadcast this inaudible signal, which translates to a white noise in the microphone, preventing spy microphones from recording voices, said Roy. It's inaudible, but it won't interfere at all with the conversation. So, I mean, kind of interesting. This thing goes on. We'll put this in the show notes. Just a little
Seems
more
like
about this, but it's almost like a sound jammer.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking of.
You can turn it on, and basically, this microphone just kind of can't make out what you're saying in voice. And
Correct.
And I guess you turn it off to actually have to cue the device. I don't know, but I just don't put them in your house and you'll be good. That's the easy thing. Just don't buy them.
Well, when we come back, maybe we'll have you call in and talk about anything we talked about, or come up with whatever you want to talk about. The Hey Techie Show will be returning soon. Don't go away. Let's see.
Don't go anywhere. There's more in the queue lined up just for you.
Oh, goodness.
An Alabama legacy moment.
Cheaha Mountain, often called Mount Cheaha, is the highest natural point in Alabama at 2,407 feet above sea level. It is located in north central Alabama in Cheaha State Park, surrounded by the Talladega National Forest in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. This dramatic landscape gets its name from the Creek Indian
I don't
name
know.
for
I'll
the
put that on
mountain
there. Don't be
Cheaha,
working.
meaning high place.
Sponsored by the Alabama Bicentennial Commission, the ABA, and this
When a
station.
child plays with blocks, the skills of a future engineer rocket scientist, contractor, and architect are developing.
Going to
When a child
Lego
expresses
Saturday,
himself with
picking on
colors,
John.
paint, and clay,
Lego
the skills of
store?
a future illustrator, author,
Well, what are you
and
talking
artist
about?
are being discovered. A child on the playground is
Guess he bought
developing the
tickets.
skills of a
Some
future
Lego
athlete. When a
thing.
child is
Okay.
involved in dramatic play, she's learning the skills of a future doctor, nurse, and veterinarian. In Science Center investigations, a young child practices the skills of a future horticulturist, inventor, and archaeologist.
What'd you call me?
Yeah,
The
don't cuss like
skills of
that.
a future teacher, lawyer, and journalist are being explored. A child reading a story in the library is honing the skills of a future librarian, teacher, researcher, and writer. Future stars are born in the classroom's music
Lego
center.
Brick
In a
Fair.
first-class pre-K classroom, children
Lego
do all
Phoenix,
these things, and in the
BJCC.
meantime, they discover a lifetime love of learning. For more information, go to children.alabama.gov. Sponsored by the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education, the
Oh, she's
Alabama
so many
Broadcasters
tickets up.
Association, and this station. This is an Alabama legacy moment.
Gracious day.
In the late 1960s, NASCAR founder
There's Anna's better driver.
was hunting for a location
Said that
for
one.
a racetrack
You
that
have,
would drive
you said it
size and
every
speed
time.
of
They
Daytona.
got to, man.
Eventually, he settled on an abandoned area
God rest
near
his soul.
Talladega, Alabama.
Thank
Started
you.
construction on May
Good man.
23rd, 1968.
Driving a car, but couldn't fly a helicopter.
Champion, four-time winner here at Talladega Super Speedway, as it was renamed.
Stick to what you know, Davey. Stick to what you know.
2-degree bank turns and 2.66 miles of asphalt is the fastest racetrack in the nation. Bill Elliott set the existing NASCAR speed record here in 1987. Every driver that's run at Talladega has had a wild ride or two. My final win here was over Dale Earnhardt by a fraction of a second. You never know who's going to make it the full 500 miles, and that's what makes Talladega one of the most exciting racetracks in the world.
Sponsored by the Alabama
It's his
Bicentennial.
voice. It makes you want to say, yeah!
You're listening to the Hey Techies Show on WLKS.
I gotta get some
Jacksonville.
water real quick. Well, hurry.
We got 10 minutes. 9:55, 9:54, 9:53, 9:52.
Welcome back into the Hey Techie Show.
Sing for us, Bruce.
Monday nights and the lights are low.
Yeah, hey, they replaced the lights. I don't even know when they did that, but
What?
they've been replaced.
Well, we talking about like over
That's
my
been a
head.
long time
Yeah,
ago.
Months ago.
I'm sure. I just remembered that.
More
was a
like
problem.
sometime last year.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
well.
that was a long time ago. 'Cause
That's
I have to, it's so bright. I have to like shield the lights so I can see what's.
Can you please bring us?
Guru, I meant to mention something at the first of the show, and
What's
it
that?
slipped my mind. Do you know what? I don't know if it's today, but it's this month, and it might be today. 10 years ago, the Miracle on the Hudson. I cannot believe it's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years, really?
Yes.
It's all autopilot.
Seriously, I did not realize it was 09.
Let's see.
It was 09.
It was the 15th of January.
Yeah,
2009.
tomorrow.
U.S. Airways Flight 1549.
Yeah, I heard it on the news this morning, and I thought, yeah, Sully. But me and my wife were talking because I know I've mentioned this before. That was the same day we went to see Celine Dion, and she had actually talked about that at the opening.
Singer in the world.
It's
Oh,
also,
six-
so y'all saw Sully before?
No, we didn't see that.
I thought you went to New York.
No, it was in
You passed me for it.
BJCC.
He's like, hey, Sully, how you doing?
It was at BJCC before it had like 7 names, but I think it's like Legacy Arena at
I had no
BJCC.
idea.
I guess he ran to BJCC.
Yeah, something like that.
Downtown Bobby.
Right, by the road work, right,
Downtown, midtown.
by the
uptown.
destruction.
Well, they said today, like, I think the 21st, when they're going to shut down that section of 2059.
Glad I don't
Or they call it,
Yeah, I'm
it's
so
called,
glad.
excuse me, it's 5920.
I know.
Really?
We were wondering about that. When did they rename it? Is that
It's
recent?
been a couple months
Does
ago.
anybody know the point of that?
I think because 59 was completed first, that's the proper way to address it when they kind of share the same.
Oh, really?
I read something about.
I believe you. That makes perfect
Well,
sense.
I will say, I've seen,
Anyway,
who would know
I
that?
saw the artistic renderings of what it's supposed to look
It's a
like.
bridge.
About, no. All what they're going to do down there. I saw it about 3 years ago.
Wish they'd like put it like the underground. Instead of put another elevated bridge through there.
No, they're like right through there. They're gonna do a lot of stuff.
And they're putting in another elevated roadway, basically.
Yeah, but they're eventually gonna get rid of others, and they're gonna have fountains down there, walkways and grass.
Okay. Well, hopefully it'll help revitalize that part of downtown.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
there's a lot of stuff going on down there. Some good places to eat.
we got that whole the uptown section down there on the side of the Sheraton.
Yeah, with there's
A couple of restaurants, new hotel, Top Golf's over there.
Top Golf's over there. You've got Texas Day Brazil.
Yeah, I want to eat at that
Cantina
place.
Laredo. Pretty good.
I heard
Go
you
there
have to
lunch.
take your Amazon card.
Roughly 14 miles for their road work.
Is it pretty expensive, the Texas?
I mean,
It's a Brazilian restaurant.
yeah, just go be prepared to eat.
Well, I'm always,
It's
wait a minute.
It's one of the
When
Brazil.
am I-
It's one of the bring out the meat on the
Yeah.
skewers.
When am I not prepared?
Oh, man.
I mean, I was born prepared to
I
eat.
hurt after I was finished there.
There's some.
I had to have it digested before I got up on my. Everybody else got dessert, and I was like, "What digestives do you have?"
But they, I've seen that on some cruise ships. Have been on that have that Brazilian steak.
Yeah,
I've
really.
never had dinner there, but I've heard very good things about it.
Is that part of the cruise package, or is that like
No,
one of
it's-
those
it's-
restaurants you pay
It's a
extra?
specialty.
Okay, a specialty restaurant. Man,
Sometimes you can get
I hurt.
you get like packages where you get like so many meals
Yeah.
in a specialty restaurant.
That is.
I'll talk to you off air about that because I get you on a cruise ship that's got one of those.
That's kind of like the Korean restaurant that I ate at this weekend. It was all you could eat, 2 hours.
You can stay for 2 hours and eat.
2 hours. We only stayed an hour. I couldn't convince the other two fellows. So I was like, "We got another hour."
So you
And they're just
pay to
like-
stay. Seriously, you have to leave within 2 hours.
Well, they have a 2 hour limit.
Wow, really? I never heard of such.
Yeah, but I mean, it's.
I mean, I can't stay to eat that long.
Yeah,
That's just-
I mean,
that's
well, that was the thing. We could have stayed and cooked some more. I was like, the thing is they also discourage, like, if you want to take any to go, it's $10 per pan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Well, I would
So-
expect that.
Yeah, but man, it was good. The bulgogi wasn't as good as I can even make, but of course we only had one set of people. Had a lot of other stuff.
No, correct me if I'm wrong. You're cooking some of this yourself.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you cook it. You cook it at the table.
Yeah, but back to the 5920 thing. It was determined that since 59 was the first route that was put into service, that it's called 59.
I believed you. By
I
the
thought that
way.
was right.
Well, 20 comes before 59.
I know it's 2059
So,
for me.
Any
It'll always be
logical
2059.
person would say 20.
But you know, I'm
I
worried.
guess they were worried about it's going to take till the year 2059 to finish all it was.
Maybe.
yeah,
Or maybe it's going to take to 5920.
I don't know. Yes.
They're like, yeah, it's the completion day. You got to call it by the completion day.
That's funny. We should start. We do a hashtag.
Yeah.
Well, actually completed 5920. Hashtag 5920. It's actually
Catch on.
hashtag 5920 is actually the completion.
We need to go to that Brazilian place one day.
It's good, yeah.
Like, I'll
If you're down.
fast for like 36 hours
man.
before.
It's whew. It's good.
Anyway,
It was good.
Well, is that it?
Yeah,
Man,
how did we
it's-
get on food?
Well, we can easily get on food.
Yeah.
I mean, I had Cheez-Its just tied me over here earlier.
Good. I'll have to tell you more about it during the break. It's a good place to eat.
well, real quickly here, we got about 3
Please.
minutes. So this is quick, hopefully. So Netflix did announce this at CES. I know something about CES. People that are sharing their Netflix password
Yes.
with friends and family, they
Oh man, you should say that.
Netflix unveiled some new software at CES that could crack down on the account sharing. The software make your Media says artificial intelligence searches for fraudulent activity. When it finds it, it'll ask regular users to upgrade to their premium account that includes sharing. The company says that password sharing costs too much money to ignore anymore.
I have no doubt that it
Yeah.
does. But here's the thing. You pay per how many? Let's see. I think
Like concurrent,
Oh, whoa,
yeah,
whoa, whoa,
it's
I can have
concurrent devices.
concurrent, yeah.
we have 3 at my house. I think I can have on my
You got
account.
3
I have
streams,
3
right?
streaming at one time. After that, it doesn't allow.
But
it.
somebody,
Yeah.
but if somebody had that account, and like 20 people had that password,
Only 3 could stream.
Only
one
3
time.
can stream one time.
I guess
It's
they-
exactly what I'm paying for.
I'm just saying.
It's exactly what I'm paying for.
How would they prove that? How would you do it? I mean,
It's
would a
artificial
VPN stop that?
Artificial intelligence.
I don't think a
VPN
VPN
would probably be like, oh my gosh, I don't know where these people come from. They're everywhere.
Yeah,
And that's the thing with this phone, VPN's always on.
I know, but I don't. That's still you'd still have to log into Netflix. It would still mark it as your
Yeah.
account is streaming one device. I mean,
Yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
it's based on
I don't-
your viewing habits.
I don't think a VPN would help them. I mean, all the VPNs.
I just know as a Netflix customer, if I don't share my password, it's
no, I
it's
don't
my device in
either.
my household, and if they come up and say, "Well, you need to upgrade," I'm like, no. You can easily offend the customer if you don't get this right.
Oh yeah, you're
And you-
absolutely right.
I hope they've got it figured out. That's all I'm gonna say.
I get what
You
you're
can
saying.
really upset some customers. I think most customers don't share the password.
I would have no idea.
I would think most do not. This is the outliers. And this,
Wittingly, unwittingly, or half-wittingly.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on that.
There's a lot of people that ghost on those accounts too. Like, for example,
But again, I hope they get this right, because if they mess this up, you could really upset your customers, and there's too much competition now.
Yeah, there is.
And a lot of times I will look for some specific movie or specific something on Netflix, and it won't be there. And I'm like, dang, why am I paying for this again?
Yeah.
You know, those thoughts
You
would
gotta
come
broaden
to
your
mind.
horizons.
No,
I don't want to pay for
things-
50, I won't pay for 50 different streaming services.
The Watchmen is back on Netflix.
See, there's so much I wouldn't watch. We've already talked about that.
It's a great movie.
Fine. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad for them that you like it. Great. Excellent. Awesome.
Our dose.
Coming up next.
You listen
I could have
this
totally
long, so
talked
stick
about
around
the
for
smart
our dose.
I was too busy talking about food. But yeah, dude, it was good. So if you go to your lunch, they won't have, I think, like the filet or prime rib or something. And I want to say it's like 25
From
bucks
NPR
or
News,
30 bucks,
Washington
something like that. Like
For lunch?
The
Yeah.
Pentagon
Oh,
is
yeah. I told
extending
you,
the
it's
military
all you can eat.
Oh, I get it.
US-Mexico
And then
border.
dinner, I think,
Cheese on
is
the
like,
cruise ship.
I want to say
Expanding
dinner's like
the
40
military
bucks. or
announced
50
today
bucks,
it's
somewhere around
providing personnel
again,
to operate
It's all you
security
can eat,
cameras
dude. It is
and
a
lay about
tough food.
150
No,
miles
but
of concertina
the
wire
restaurant on
between
the
official
Norwegian
ports
ship that
and
have the Brazilian, it's called the
airline
It
passengers
is
are waiting in
$24.95
longer
per person.
security lines, and some
Okay.
checkpoints
For
are
dinner.
closed down
They're also paying
because
those
of a
people
shortage of
pennies to cook
TSA
it.
screeners at several of the
True.
nation's airports. A growing
I can't
number of them
say
are
that
calling
one,
it
but you're right.
go unpaid.
But no, the Korean restaurant. So it was about it was a weekend, so it was $30
a person?
Yeah,
For 2 hours.
For 2 hours.
Near the Phoenix
Dude,
Airport.
they
To cook your own food.
To help.
Oh, is that the one where you have to cook your own food?
Arizona.
No, I'm not paying to cook
Korean
my own
restaurant. You cook your own
Because
food.
the couple of them in San Diego went to one of those. and cooked on
You really
stage.
don't even cook it. It cooks in front of you. You can flip it if you want, but the person comes by your table and flips your food for you.
No. It's fine. I'm just saying for me. I just
Yeah.
this would be an
There
easy.
was in San Diego that Lucian conference. Sean and Kenyon went one night to one of those places. I didn't go with them because the vendor was buying my dinner.
I remember that.
It's been stressful.
But no, they were raving about it. Of course, I think Sean was cooking everybody's steak for him, but he's like an expert at the grill. Which I would have been like,
I'm sure. I don't know. I didn't take a picture because I did too. But most Korean restaurants, I'll show you.
I believe you.
Went on strike today.
I'll show you the one I ate
Smaller
at
class
in Vegas.
sizes and
Now,
more
I mean,
staffing.
it
They're
was
also
good.
protesting the
Hat.
proliferation of charter schools.
That
White hat and black
Anna
hat.
Scott of member station
That one.
KCRW went to the picket line at a middle school that shares classrooms with charter schools.
So that's the table with the one in Vegas, and that's before we even got our meat.
Teachers marched
That's just like all the sides.
outside
Yeah.
Webster
Yeah.
Middle
I
School.
see it.
But it was
But
business
that one
as
wasn't-
usual for two charters that shared
That's just
the
the-
campus.
But now that's the grilled one in
Is one
Vegas.
of
The
the
one
teachers
in
on strike.
in Atlanta, it's round and it's goes up. Very more traditional, like old school.
LA
Okay.
Unified
I would
has
say this is
authorized
probably
more
this is what you
independent
see.
charters than any other
Okay.
school district in the country.
I would take
224.
So you have tongs and
This strike
things
is
or
about
Yeah,
skewers that you would
I mean, I
hold
think
on?
I'll be bare hands.
Well, no, I mean they have tongs and they come and put it on there for you. They'll come by and flip it.
I'm just curious.
For students and dollars.
But yeah, then they have tongs.
That's-
Take it, put it in your bowl.
That's where all our money
Republicans
goes.
say they're
Our
blocking
power bill
fellow
increases. We
Republicans.
ought to have fancy
He's spending his own
lunches.
I hate this. Yeah,
I'm just messing. I'm just messing.
Comments to the New York
But now
Times,
that on that
questioning
picture, yeah,
why
Southern
the phrases
Baptist.
nationalist and white
But there
supremacist
was never mind. That's in the sunrise. There's like 5 of us. We got the milk for 6. We probably need to get the milk for 8 because after we're done, I was like, I need some more.
Oh.
It was good. Everybody's like, dang. I was like, I told you I love some Korean food.
Huh. So you're ready to get Cafe Korea and that?
Yeah, it's gone down.
Really? I've never eaten there.
I've never ate there either.
Just seemed like a restaurant in a shopping mall.
Back in its heyday.
I know.
it was good, but it's would not eat there.
Ready? You sure? I don't think you're ready.
Ready.
I don't think you're ready.
Yes.
Welcome back in. Oh man.
Yes, Guru, I'm ready. I hope all of you are ready for our
dose
of the Hey Techie Show.
You were not ready.
I was ready.
It sound like it. Let's play it back.
Man, I was really
I don't know
really
why you think
on the go to say at the exact same
next,
time.
you're just going to get to open up
Welcome.
all of them.
Welcome back into the Hey Techie
We
Show.
don't, why do we have to have that? I don't understand why I have to say the same thing.
No, I just do it to annoy
Yeah,
you.
well, you're success.
And I know I'm success.
Yeah,
I know-
successful.
I know how to annoy Michael.
I am success. Oh, that is a good way to annoy Michael. And I missed a perfect opportunity.
Oh, there, I don't
We're
hear it
talking
now.
about food.
Oh, I
see,
unplugged my
it's a new
headset.
smart oven.
Oh, I don't
You
hear it
identify the food you put inside and automatically cook it just right. So you're terrible at cooking. This oven claims that it can. I totally lost all the numbers. I think there's like 50 different types of food using infrared sensors that it can sense for meat and uses and inserts probes into the.
So it prevents you from overcooking your food.
Yeah,
You're going great.
cooks it perfect. Yeah, not wasting energy.
That's right.
So it has other functions like slow cooking, air frying, and roasting. It's large enough to fit a 12-inch.
You'll have to hear that, Michael, when you edit the show.
Whole chicken. This countertop oven, smart oven, super duper cheap. $7.99. It's a steal.
Yeah.
700.
Yeah. Launches this spring.
This spring.
You know, like
Is it like a regular oven or it's
countertop?
like a? Oh, you said
Countertop oven.
like a microwave
In
And if you call in the next 20 minutes,
Yeah, you
we'll double your order.
for the same
Yeah.
price plus shipping and handling.
We'll double your order for triple cost.
Yeah, that's about right.
Pay additional processing.
Why
Yes.
make one when you can make two for the triple the price?
Yes. So, I will say I have a Breville, or however it's pronounced, countertop, and I thought that was a little on the high end of cost. And this one puts it to shame.
Rich straight up. Open his wallet. Buy the next one.
No, I'm not buying this.
Well, if you want a Tesla, hack a Tesla and get a Tesla. At the Pawn to Own hacking event this March, a Tesla will be up for grabs to anyone who can crack the vehicle. Tesla has been running a bounty program for the last 4 years, with one caveat: pre-approved good faith security research only. If one hacks a Tesla within the rules of the bounty program, then Tesla promises not to void the warranty. This will be the first automaker to bring its vehicle to the event. The successful hacker could leave Vancouver with a Model 3 And if you are one of those fine folks who desire Windows 7 and Windows 7 only, but you're hoping to continue support, well, you got one last year.
Oh no.
On January 14, 2020, Microsoft's free support for Windows 7 will end. However, if you must have your Windows 7 with future patches, Microsoft offers several options, including a paid program, with cost increasing each year of the extended 3 years of support, or all updates included for those users of WVD, which is Windows Virtual Desktop Program.
Just write us a check and take care of it.
Sure.
So SpaceX started off 2019 with the successful launch of the Iridium 8 mission last Friday. The previously flown first stage Falcon 9 rocket successfully delivered 10 Iridium satellites into orbit and completed the $3 billion with a B Iridium Next constellation of 75 satellites. The Iridium Next network will support the company's new broadband service, connectivity for Internet of Things devices, and other communication services. The Falcon 9 first stage also made a successful landing on the drone ship. Just read the instructions in the Pacific Ocean. Also from SpaceX, excuse me, they've completed assembly of the next generation SpaceX spacecraft this past week in SpaceX's Boca Chica launch site in Texas. And the CEO of SpaceX, Elon Musk, shared a picture on Twitter of the completed, what they're calling a Starship on Twitter. It also included a picture included a person in a spacesuit standing next to this completed Starship to show the massive size of the vehicle, which has a diameter of about 30 feet. This vehicle will be used for vertical takeoff and landing tests of the Starship.
Cool.
There you go.
Those are your take headlines. What now? What did I? When I started on my take headline, you had some kind of reaction. What was? What were you? I don't know what happened.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just want to comment. You know, I said just read the instructions. Think, well, what's that? That's the name of the drone ship.
Yeah, just read the instructions.
Yeah, and there are other drone ships.
on first?
No, it's not. It's on first. But the other drone ship that's based out of the Florida coast is called, Of Course I Still Love You.
Oh.
Yeah.
Me too.
From Russia with love.
Yeah, from Russia.
That's what they should. They couldn't make that.
Yeah,
Not copyright.
they get sued.
Yes, probably. Just read the instructions.
So, if I've been debating on paying for the Switch Online. It's only $20.
A year?
Yeah, a year.
And what do you get?
Well, access to all their online stuff.
Okay.
A lot of
It's called
a lot of old games.
It's called
too.
a software as a service, Michael.
Yeah,
Yeah, I knew about that.
That's a new concept.
You get to play, multiplayer games online. You get that. It's just kind of like any of the other consoles, But Nintendo Switch Online could be adding SNES games.
There you go.
So
Heard it here first, folks.
SNES games don't.
Yes.
So
List of 22 SNES games.
Surely you can't be serious.
Don't call me Shirley. Our list includes Super Mario Kart, Super Soccer, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Demon's Crest, Yoshi's Island, Stunt Race FX, Kirby's Dream Course, Hoppin' Twinbies, Star Fox, Contra 3, Kirby Superstar, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Kirby Dream Land 3, Super Metroid, Super Mario World,
I haven't heard
Pilot Wings, F-Zero, Star Fox 2, Super Punch
ever.
Out,
Some names.
The Legend of the Mystical Ninja, Super Mario All-Stars, and Breath of Fire. You know what I don't see on here is
Megan. Okay. I have to fire you from your job that you're not paid to do. When you figure that one out, you come back with a witty response.
I don't have anything.
Okay.
I'm just trying to keep from making our audience go to sleep while you're snoring.
Well, I was going to sleep over reading those.
This is interesting.
What's that?
I can wake you up real quick.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pay the $20.
So it's $20 a month.
No, $20
A year.
Oh, a year. I missed that.
No, it's well worth
Yeah, and you get, it's well
That's
worth
pretty
it.
Sure. Get all those games for that price.
$20 a year.
Rumor.
$20.
What were you going to say? We just
Is
interrupted.
that a
you.
rumor or is that for real?
It's a rumor. Oh man, should say that.
No.
Well, I will say it's different.
We have a
because-
segment called Rumors, Bruce.
I will say it's because they have.
I know you're new, but
I'll just say because it's already showing up, and
yeah, that's the song we played before it starts.
oh man. Well, I had to get it in, or else I would have forgotten about it. Because
Well, that's probably true.
We're just gonna forget you covered that. I'll let you cover here about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Or so.
That's a teaser.
Yeah, a teaser. You already read all the names off, but it's a teaser. That's good. I needed to get a laugh. That's so funny.
Totally forgot. Well, I mean, you don't do half the segments you used to do anymore. How can I keep up with this anymore?
We've done the rumor segment like every show since a long time ago.
Yeah, we used to have other ones we did.
I know
We had pick of the week. We don't do anymore. I'm the only one that picks anything anymore.
When do you have a pick of the
All the
week?
time, don't ever.
Oh, okay.
We don't have that segment anymore.
Well, we run out of time.
Sure.
We do. We absolutely do.
We can do this.
Well, when we come back from this break, we will move on to something else, possibly rumors, in a few minutes.
Yeah, rumors.
Glad I could tease that.
Yeah, thanks for the tease. Appreciate that.
Hey, Techies, show me right back. So crazy.
No representation is made with the opinions of hosts here at the Average Tech Show. But we think so.
Oh,
No, rumor, yeah.
Oh, it's
We
funny.
have a segment called Rumors.
This is an Alabama legacy.
Since he
home.
teased it, I guess we should cover it when we come back.
Located in Cherokee County, was created in
What?
1992 by an act of the U.S. Congress and
Rumor, that's
created
a
as a
foreign
unit of the National Park Service. The area's focal point is the Little River, which flows along Lookout Mountain and is an outdoor recreation destination. Small waterfalls, sandstone bluffs, trails, creeks, and streams draw visitors to the area.
Sponsored by the
It'll be
Alabama
people
Bicentennial
more.
Commission, the ABA, and the station. When a child plays with blocks,
I still
skills
don't
of a future
understand
engineer,
this. I
rocket
guess I'm just
scientist,
ignorant.
contractor,
Oh,
and
another
architect are
thing
developing.
about
A child on the
the-
playground is practicing the skills of a future athlete.
How does that
A child
big
creates
truck
art
from-
the skills of
Ah,
a
yeah, I
future
don't know.
illustrator, author, and artist are
What?
being discovered.
I'll tell you what would stop a big
In the
truck.
classroom, children do all these things.
Hooking
and
it up to
discover a
your
lifetime
Tesla
love
and
of
pulling it out of
learning.
Did you see that guy that did it?
I heard
He was
it.
a mystery truck.
I mean, I don't care. I
Early
think it's
childhood
funny to
education,
me.
the Alabama
I don't-
I don't think it's
Association,
funny. I
and
think it's
hilarious.
I think it's being a jackass.
They are.
And being
and people are
tallish.
Trumpeter, bandleader,
Anyway.
and composer during the big
I just
band
don't know
era
what
in the
that does.
1930s
Slow
and
their damn
40s.
car.
Erskine Hawkins Orchestra was a popular
I'm
dance band
sure
in
you
New York
would.
City.
Fire with
And they
fire.
recorded the hit
I'm sure
City
you would.
Junction about a streetcar intersection
I'm
on
waiting
the
for the
Inslee
car.
Fairfield line.
I'm like,
It was
excuse
December
me,
9th
apparently you
for
can't
African
read.
Americans. Hawkins is a
Like,
member of the Alabama
like,
Music and the
Don't worry,
Alabama
police are on
Jazz
their way to
Hall of
revoke
Fame.
your
Well,
license.
you wouldn't like me at all.
Huh?
You wouldn't like me at all.
Why?
Because I think that these spots should be the furthest spots away from anything. Because that's what you're doing it for.
No.
Yes.
Think about the cost to run the electricity.
No,
out there.
no.
But there's a power line on the
No, you
road.
need to walk
You
that
have to have
far.
a meter.
No, you need to walk that far. You need to walk that far because that's more healthy for you. And,
Oh my God, you're green.
and all the carbon you're cutting down on bikes.
You're missing
Not
the
parking so close.
Not everybody buys those because they want to cut down the carbon.
I'm just being facetious.
I want to be far out. I want to be parking next to me.
I do.
I know you would have parked in 7 parking spots like this.
I will say at the at our parking decks, it's on the very bottom floor.
There you go.
So it is one of the furthest away.
What? That's brown spot on the bottom floor, right?
No,
You don't drive
everybody-
very far. You get right in.
Everybody, no, because you come in on the 3rd and then you go to the 4th. 4th is prime because 4th puts you back out and goes to the walkway.
Four's where all the big leagues hang.
Are we ready?
We're always because I'm one of the first people there.
Yeah, we're ready, Guru.
We're ready.
We're ready.
We're ready.
We're ready.
We're ready.
Welcome back into the Hey Tech Show.
I have high hopes that Bruce will remember we actually have a rumor segment on this show.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, I remember. And I brought a rumor in.
about 20 minutes too early.
Not 20 minutes.
No, not
It was the
20
last-
minutes.
It was the
But,
last story before the break.
But
But now
it-
you're going to cue music.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not time
not
for
quite time.
it. See
We can start it whenever we want.
That is true.
what I did right now.
Well, that's your choice to mess up.
Well, well, the guru produces the show.
Well,
So he
I've
does.
got
He does.
something we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about this first before we talk about
Awesome.
rumors.
What are we going to talk about, guru?
Over.
Because I can give opinions.
Headline.
Yes.
Ring employees can reportedly access customers' live camera feed.
I want to know more. About it.
Could. I thought the headline was could. not can.
Well, a report by The Intercept claims that the smart home security camera company Ring gave its employees full access to its customers' live camera feeds inside and outside the home.
That was before Amazon took it, correct?
Well, according to The Intercept, the claims are that some Ring employees have seemingly unfettered access to customers' live camera streams, with one team set up to improve object-based recognition, capturing, quote, people kissing, firing guns, and stealing, end quote.
So I don't have
Well,
cameras
the
to
source
turn on.
also claimed that U.S. employees specifically have access to a video portal of customer cameras to allow them to give technical support. However, according to the report, even employees that didn't deal with customers had access to it. Ooh. A source told The Intercept that, quote, I can say for absolute fact, if I knew a reporter or competitor's email address, I could view all their cameras, end quote.
Just from an email address?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
That's why the customer.
Oh, you're talking
account-
about, but this is an employee.
Yeah.
That's who we're talking
Yeah.
about. Okay.
And then the response, there's a response from Ring, so we'll go ahead and say that real quick. They said, their quote here was in their response, we take privacy and security of our customers' personal information extremely seriously. In order to improve our service, we view and annotate certain Ring video recordings. These recordings are sourced exclusively from publicly shared Ring videos from the Neighbors app, in accordance with our terms of service, and from a small fraction of Ring users who have provided their explicit written consent to allow us to access and utilize their videos for such purposes. Ring employees do not have access to live streams from Ring products. We have strict policies in place for all our team members. We implement systems to restrict and audit access to information. We hold team members to a high ethical standard, and anyone in violation of our policies faces discipline, including termination and potential legal and criminal penalties. In addition, we have a zero tolerance for abuse of our systems, and if we find bad actors who have engaged in this behavior, we take swift action against them. End quote.
Now, how much of that do you believe?
Well, I just read it. I'm reporting here.
I know. Now that's your opinion.
And then there's an update to this article. I'm not sure when this was put out, but that the Ring responded to the claims made by The Intercept, claiming that the report is factually accurate.
Inaccurate.
Yeah.
See, I don't know if
So they're completely discounting this whole report from The Intercept.
Well, I expect that Ring would say that.
I would say if you were signed up for the Neighbors app, of course, I don't know if you can share. I mean, I guess you could share your inside cameras on the map. I don't know. But then you're making that available to everybody, really.
Is that what you can make it kind of public?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a Ring.
But
so I can't.
normally you would share those videos. So when we go to the commercials, I'll show you one in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Where the person said, "Hey, I'm reporting this suspicious activity."
Okay, so anybody within a certain distance of you would see it if you have a Ring system.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it shows up on your app. It's like, hey, this is a new neighborhood.
So you don't know who the neighbor. You don't necessarily know who the person is.
No, I mean like it has an anonymous. I mean, you
It has their name, but you may not be like.
You know the neighborhood. You'd be like, oh, I recognize that house. They're across
I
the
was saying,
street.
but you wouldn't have to know the person to receive it.
Oh, no.
Gotcha. Well, I just throw this out here because I don't have a Ring video doorbell. I know they're very popular.
Oh yeah.
I've got one, and I've got their spotlight webcams.
Yeah, I know we talked about them on the show. We talked about.
Yeah, but Amazon now owns Ring, correct? So I don't know when this report, this article was about 4 days ago, but.
Amazon's gonna.
Hey, one day. What about, what say you, Michael?
I don't have this product. I have thought about buying one, but I don't know. I don't.
Well, let me know if you do, because I can invite you. Get money.
But I'm not sure. I don't really know what would it benefit me to be in a neighbor's app. I don't understand.
I
that
guess
part.
with this neighbors app thing, you can.
No, I
You
understand.
have to actually knowingly share that
Yes.
with the neighbors app.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen automatically.
Yeah. You would say, hey, save this video, share it.
I'm not ignorant of what I assume it is. I'm just saying. For me, I guess knowing my neighborhood, I'm not sure how that would benefit me. I think just the fact of the presence of cameras would probably benefit me more than anything.
I agree.
Some of those are blowing on camera, but you really know it's a camera.
Well, no, I'm not saying whether I have them or not. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I don't like telling what I have or don't.
Yeah, I mean,
I just don't.
get it.
I was explaining that to my son.
I had defenses in layers.
I was trying to explain that to my son the other day about pictures of your guns on social media. And I was trying to say, son, you don't ever want to.
Never.
Just let people guess what you have.
Yeah.
There's no reason.
It's like
there's no
sign,
need.
It's like the sign people put in there. Some people put like this house picked by Smith and Wesson 3 nights a week.
Yeah, and that's
Yes,
funny. And I actually like those signs. Those are funny.
Yeah.
But it's, for example, when at the last house I lived at, I used a different company than I use now for. And they, they gave you a yard sign, so this house protected by this alarm company. I was like, not putting that out there.
Well, what's funny about that?
I won't do it.
I have a personal, and we'll move on to the next segment. But I have a personal. Glad you brought this up, by the way. I have a personal experience with this. Our home had been broken into a couple of times. Well, eventually we got an alarm system.
Yeah.
Well, the last time it got broken into, the person busted the little window that had the alarm sticker that it's protected by. And they
so it was after you put the alarm
yes.
in and they busted in yet
yes. Yes, and the alarm went off. But they busted the window part where the sticker was that said there's no alarm.
Protected by whatever alarm.
So
company.
it meant nothing. So the assumption is, I guess they were assuming that it's just fake.
Well, there's a lot of people that do
I know that. Oh yeah.
But when they broke the window, I guess the alarm went off.
Well, when they got the door open.
So it was, okay. So they opened the door, it went off, and they ran.
Yeah. But they busted in my window, my door. I mean, it's costly. It costs you. No matter what. But that's another issue. But I mean, I agree. I can real world if I can say it. Example is that is true. I think that for a lot of the fake stuff, it doesn't do much good. Probably should have whatever it is you got. I mean, just telling somebody, it just doesn't do any good.
Well, and part of it too, if my house was to be broken into, there's very few things that I would think really upset about all stuff.
I understand that, but
it's a hassle and it makes you feel violated. Sure.
I think it's that part that bothers you most. Trust me. The rumors section.
I got one. You may have heard it before.
I don't think I got anything, actually. Man, there's a few rumors out here.
Well, Bruce, would you like to kick us off?
Yeah, Nintendo.
That's funny.
Just rewind the show about 20 minutes to hear this one. We'll spare you.
What do we got, Guru?
Okay, so first one. There's a report that the Air Power has entered production and is coming soon. And this is, you don't remember from like over a year ago almost, I guess I don't remember, but Apple announced this little, they have the wireless charging on the
Right.
iPhone and all that good stuff. But it's like basically a large charging magnet. You can charge your iPhone, your Apple Watch, and your AirPod case. This is they've been talking about this for like
I remember
months,
seeing that map.
and it's never been released yet. Well, Hong Kong website Charger Lab cites a credible source within Apple's supply chain who claims Chinese manufacturer Luxshare Precision has started production of AirPower. In a conversation on Chinese messaging app WeChat, the source adds that he heard the AirPower will be released soon. So we shall see, as we always say on here. Let's see do this one first. So another 2019 iPhone rumor. 2019 iPhones could feature support for Wi-Fi 6, whatever that is. No Wi-Fi. What is Wi-Fi 6? Wi-Fi 6 is otherwise known as 802.11ax, next generation Wi-Fi standard following 802.11ac. New standard brings higher data rates, increased capacity, better performance in dense environments like concerts and sporting events, and improved power efficiency to better conserve battery on smartphone tablets and other battery-powered devices.
How many places do you really go that you find that you have AC? Wi-Fi AC.
At home every day.
Same.
Talking about.
I'm gonna have to check at work. I don't know. I've never noticed. Right now,
I
But the
can't.
Wi-Fi 6 standard is set to be finalized in 2019.
We don't have AC here. No.
It could also be beneficial to homes
I know
that
they don't have
many
full AC. There's no way.
internet-connected smart products.
They don't have full AC. I know because I know how many wires are running to that thing.
oh well, yeah, but not full, but I mean they still get. You don't have to
I don't
have. You don't
think
have
so.
to have 5. You just said you have AC. It's
Oh.
running over AC.
Also,
Okay.
another iPhone 2019 rumor is possibilities of a triple lens iPhone camera. Triple lens, triple action. Improved 3D sensing, zoom, and low light photos. Following the footsteps of Huawei and likely Samsung, Apple is widely rumored to release at least one new iPhone model with a triple lens rear camera in 2019.
$10,000.
The model is now believed to be the next generation iPhone XS Max.
And you'll love it. And you'll go to the bank and get a loan for it because you'll have to have it.
The best camera ever, the best phone ever, $5,000.
Yes.
On the 48-month.
Yeah, you're on a 48-month plan. Yeah. I paid my car off before this.
And not a rumor, but semi-related. I won't really go into depth, but this week Apple's been really pushing iPhone XR sales to people with older
Sure.
iPhone devices. There's an article about that. There's an email marketing campaign to people that are owners of older iPhone devices, trying to get them to, trade in your old iPhone and you get an iPhone XR for $549. Only $500 plus tax, title, fees, and all that stuff. And also, like, I've had my iPhone a little over a year. I'm not kidding. It's November of last year before last. Anyway, I'm on the Apple device program where after you make 12 payments, you can upgrade.
Right.
They sent me a push notification today through like the Apple Store app saying, "Hey, you can now upgrade."
Just go, Guru.
No thank
iPhone 10.
you. No thank you.
10 Max.
I want to think I was small on to buy another device.
Oh.
Anyway, that's what I had. So
Well, no, I thought that I'm on the wrong page. I see a Microsoft wearable.
I didn't put that out there.
I didn't put that out there.
Bruce might put it out there.
No, Bruce didn't put it out there.
We'll talk about it. Let's see.
Wonder when that was. Was that? How did they get? I really didn't put that on there.
Microsoft files a patent for a wearable device with actuators.
Oh, this is an old. This is December 15th.
No,
So this must.
we haven't talked about this yet. So Microsoft, back on December 15th, filed a new patent for a wearable device with actuators. Anyway, the company did exit the wearable the wearable market, I guess, after the Microsoft Band 2. It looks like they just took a break to develop a better wearable. The patent was titled Wearable Device. It was filed by Microsoft in June 2017. It was published by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office yesterday, which would have been the 14th of December. Excuse me. Back in December, they posted the patent. The wearable device uses actuators used to reduce or stabilize the involuntary movement of the joint or limb. The wearable device will hence help reduce the effect of diseases that affect joints or limbs like Parkinson's.
Who knows what this is?
The article states that they don't actually know if Microsoft will launch such a device, but it's good to know that the company is trying to make its way back into the wearable market.
Yeah, that's a huge rumor.
I don't buy that. That's like on the rumor scale, it's like highly unlikely.
Yeah.
Like a 0.5 out of 10. With 10 being like it's coming. There's one about Samsung's foldable phone rumored to have killer specs and a massive battery.
Yeah, I still don't.
We've talked about this foldable phone.
I know. I still don't see how this is going to be successful. I just don't see the market for it. I mean, not right now. Maybe it's
You gotta have it. Gotta have it, Michael.
I get that market, but I'm not in that market. But I just don't think enough people are in that market that you've got to have it.
Again, how much is it gonna cost?
Way too much.
10 grand, 7 grand.
What would you do with a foldable phone? I mean, I know it, the coolness factor. I get that.
You want a tablet in your pocket?
Yeah, but of the ones I've seen, the way it folds, one end is larger than the other end. I mean, it would taper back. It just seems like it'd be bulky to carry around.
This article states the obvious. The phone would be expensive at first.
Duh.
But some buyers may justify the purchase as foldable phones could replace the need to get a tablet.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know that.
You could afford a tablet or a laptop if you bought one of these phones, this display. The software of these new devices will be a crucial factor for their success, as smartphone vendors will have to think of ways of making foldable phones, which are essentially tablet-sized devices, as easy to use as regular smartphones. So, again,
Yeah, I don't know. I still don't know about that. The foldable phone to me is another gimmick.
Well, we'll see.
And I still do not believe.
And a couple years ago, some people thought these phablet-sized devices were a fad, but like that's where we went. I mean, look at your phone, Bruce. Look at my phone.
Yeah, but it's not like the Note.
Not far from it.
I never thought I'd have one before.
Yeah, I thought
when it first came, I was like, who wants that?
I get that, but I still think that it's just a gimmick. I don't see what other than, I think people who like tablets are going to have tablets. I think people who just like a phone and like
I don't know. See if the innovation, if it takes off.
Oh yeah, well
See
it
what
could
people do
be
with it
something
first.
that really goes. Yeah, I agree. I understand.
I don't.
Not infallible here.
I don't know if I see myself being there one.
We'll see.
Well, I said that about a smartwatch, so I got to
That
be
is
careful.
true. You were
Well, I
pretty
was
stubborn on that.
Yeah, I just didn't think I would have.
And you're like, wow.
Yeah.
How did I go so long?
That is true.
So, Bruce, before we leave the rumor segment, do you have another rumor? Speak now or hold your peace till next week.
No, you mean
I believe you want to.
Hold his peace to the first part of next week's Hour Dose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let the rumors fly.
Yeah.
Start a rumor of what rumor Bruce will talk about next week. And will he talk about it too early in the show?
All right. Did you guys know? I wanted to cover this last week, but I wasn't there, obviously, and did not get to cover it.
You were in Vegas last week.
There was a couple of things I actually wanted to cover last week. But did you see where LA, that'd be Los Angeles, not Lower Alabama, is suing the Weather Channel for allegedly illegally selling private data of mobile app users? That's the headline.
So the LA is suing the Weather Channel.
Yes.
Okay.
And which actually would be suing the owner of the Weather Channel, which would be Time Warner Cable. And what they're saying is that in particular, the tracking data, they believe was sold for years to several private companies without the express knowledge of the user of the weather app. Stuff that had nothing to do with weather. is their problem. So the data they claim the data was sold to at least 12 third-party websites over the last 19 months. This article says the Weather Channel app has about 45 million users. They claim TWC intentionally obscures this information in a 10,000-word privacy policy document.
And what other companies don't have 10,000-word privacy policy?
Yeah, I know.
Not that I'm trying to defend the Weather Channel.
But
I'm just making.
No,
an
you're right,
observation.
because it recognizes that many users will not permit the Weather Channel app to track their geolocation if they knew the true uses of the data the company, the complaint says.
And Google doesn't track your.
Oh yeah, very true.
Apple probably does too.
To an extent.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's true. Bruce is quiet on this.
I was getting ready to say something during the break.
A spokesperson for the weather company, aka Weather Channel, said this: the weather company has always been transparent with the use of location data. The disclosures are fully appropriate and we will defend them vigorously.
It says in here they want $2,500 per violation.
Yes.
What the lawsuit is doing.
Yes.
They get expensive quick.
They want an injunction prohibiting them. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this.
It's kind of foggy.
Who uses the Weather
Yeah,
Channel
it's kind of
app?
foggy.
I mean,
Well, I'm sure people.
I mean,
do. Well, they
Is the
claim.
weather bug not part of the Weather Channel?
I don't use that either.
I mean, I hated that installed on people's desktops. Oh,
Well, I think Weather Channel bought it later on. I could be wrong.
I mean, think about like the weather.
Bug in the name.
The weather that,
Yeah.
based on my observation, and I may be wrong, and I don't want to offend anybody who swears by that they're out, but much of it's just all automated. Like there's not humans behind the forecasting, which probably 80% of the weather apps are like that.
I don't know whether that makes it any more accurate or less accurate, to be honest with you. I mean, weather's weather. It's about as predictable as.
I don't know. I would think if it's I think it's computers running the models, it's more accurate than.
No, I don't agree. I don't necessarily agree.
Well,
with
my
that.
take is I prefer to get my weather from a local source of weather information.
I have to get it from the National Weather Association.
No, like local forecasters that are actually have some say in what products you're seeing, forecasts you're seeing.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I know what you're talking about. The Weather Channel app, they claim the Weather Channel app has about 45 million users. That's according to the.
I can believe that.
That's according to the complaint.
I'm not one of
If
those
I-
45 million.
I would say, I'll use what's on my phone unless I want to look at the radar, and then I'll pull up radar and then I'll make my own.
I only ever look at it if
Yeah, I'm
it's,
wondering how many
going to be bad weather.
smartphone users actually just use what comes with their device.
I would say probably.
Oh yeah.
Messenger.
Because Apple has one, Android, depending on your flavor, has one of many. You still have a Windows phone, I guess it's still Cortana, whatever the weather is. I don't know.
I didn't know those still booted.
Weather? What's weather?
I don't know, I'm just guessing.
I use my radar. Seems to be fun.
I could probably ask Cortana on this device if I work. I got some.
Oh yeah. It would. I know what it would use. Bing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Unless you were to change it, but yeah, it would definitely use
I
Bing.
could ask Siri. What's the weather?
Siri, ask Bing what's the weather.
Hey, what's the weather?
Siri, ask Cortana.
It's not looking good today. Down to 28 degrees.
It's gonna be cold tonight, down 28 degrees.
Yeah. Monday morning, they're reporting a possible 18 degrees in Birmingham. A week from today.
Pipe bursting cold there.
Good thing we're off.
Yeah, I thought about that too. Well, when the Hey Techies show returns, we'll have our last segment.
Maybe I'll get this eyelash out of my eye.
And Bruce can get his eyelash out of his eye. The Hey Techies show shall return.
So here's an example
What we talking?
on Ring.
Oh.
So like you have the neighbor's feed
24/7.
right here.
We don't forget
Yeah.
to leave a bill.
And this lady posted, now her video stuttered.
Okay.
but there's this person that walks up to her door, and it stops, like, pauses right there, like her
Harper
feet
Lee
messed
is
up.
best
You
known
hear
as
audio
the
still
author
go.
of one of the most affecting and widely read books of American literature,
Okay.
To Kill a
Hold on.
Mockingbird. The native Alabamian drew deeply
Yeah.
from her coming-of-age years in her small hometown of Monroeville. The film version
What
of
is
To
she
Kill a
on?
Mockingbird
Yeah, you don't
underscored
know?
the success of the novel with its own success.
So it's like, hey, this is kind of suspicious.
That's kind of entertaining, actually.
But oh, and it'll also show you too, like
job
this
market of tomorrow. The Guard offers career
it'll
training
show
to take
you
advantage of your skills in
in
science,
your
technology,
neighborhood,
engineering, and math that can help give you a
crime-
leg up to
crime
a
report. So
high-paying
it'll show
and
you
rewarding STEM profession.
where
Get a
there's
head start on
assaults,
your career
thefts,
while earning
all
money
that.
to pay for college.
I'm not sure if I want to know.
All of the STEM career opportunities in the
Like, wow, that couple behind me, they can't.
Yeah.
Domestic disputes a lot.
Yeah.
Ruby Pickens Tart was one of the foremost chroniclers of folklore,
Jacksonville
folk music, and narratives of
will be
African
warmer
Americans in
Monday.
rural Alabama. She helped
6
to fill the
degrees
manuscript
warmer than
and music
Monday.
collections of the Library of
It'll be
Congress
warmer
and the Federal
Tuesday,
Writers
6 degrees
Project.
warmer than
Ruby
Monday.
Pickens Tart continues to affect the world of
If
folk
the
music
sun
and
comes
culture
out, it'll
as her
have
notes
to
are rediscovered
We
by
did
a
a show
new
one day
generation
with-
of scholars
with
and
the-
musicians.
Well,
She was
it's
inducted
be up to
into the
y'all.
Alabama Women's Hall of Fame in 1980.
Sponsored by the Alabama Bicentennial
Okay.
Commission, the EBA, of this station.
Okay. We can do
You're
one.
listening to the
36
Techies Show on WLJS Jacksonville.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 60 on Friday and 36 by Monday.
Yeah.
24-degree swing.
Yeah. Welcome back into the Hey Techie Show. Hope everyone is doing well. Thank you so much for those who listen. We appreciate you tuning in and listening to us for a few hours.
Yeah, this is episode 155.
155.
Well, on our way to 200.
Yeah.
Maybe we pull it off this year.
That's certainly
We don't
possible.
we don't have a whole lot of weeks that we miss. We may,
Yeah.
we may pull up the
Could
208.
Could possibly get to 208.
Wow.
So we need 45 episodes.
There's 52 weeks in the year, so it'd be sometime probably late October, November if we don't miss any.
We could pull it off. We might could pull that off. 200. Well, that definitely would be a milestone for us, that's for sure. Well, Bruce has left the building.
Yeah, well, he'll be back.
That's a question for another day.
Bruce has left the building.
Right. Need that.
Walk him off there. My tongue did something kind of funky. Anyway.
Oh, speaking of that, I thought that I'd heard. I'm thinking it was 1973. Somebody said on the radio said this was the anniversary in 1973 of Elvis's Aloha from Hawaii or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was never an Elvis fan, so I don't really keep up with stuff like that. But I heard it on the way into work this morning. So
Okay.
a useless trivia.
The useless trivia may win you $1 million when they don't like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or something.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know.
Sure.
Probably some of our listeners are like, what's that? What's that?
That should.
You got to think like year 2000 when that show was very popular. We're in 2019, so there's some people listening that potentially don't have a clue what that is.
Okay, this is a report I saw out today. I don't know if you guys have heard this. NBC Universal announces direct-to-consumer streaming service. And also they have
Yet another
a new
streaming service.
leadership structure. However, this streaming service is ad-supported.
Do you have to pay for it?
Well, here's the thing. If you already are a TV subscriber, it will be at no extra cost.
Now, who is this?
NBC Universal.
Comcast.
Okay.
Yeah. If you do not have a subscriber, if you're a cord cutter, you'll be able to pay, and they didn't give an information. You'll be able to pay to get that out for cord cutters.
It comes with a cable subscription.
Yeah, it does apparently.
So either subscribe to our cable service and you get this included, or pay us and you can have this.
Right, or
subscribe.
Or there is a pay service if you are a subscriber already to get to have no ads. So basically, the cord cutter is going to pay the no ads.
So if you're paying an outrageous amount for cable, we'll let you have this included with it and ads.
With ads.
If you pay us more, you're the ads.
Without ads.
Or if you're a cord cutter, pay us money and you can have your service back.
According to what I broke it down, that's what I read.
You're just going to stream it instead of.
Well, now it's going to be. They haven't really said exactly what the content is. That's the other thing.
How much they're going to charge them?
No, that's not on here either.
We need to get a good review, like YouTube TV.
Well, see, I had thought about doing it just to see. And
I know some people that have it, and they really.
How much does YouTube TV cost?
It's I think the low end's $40 a month.
Really? Is that much?
Really?
Yeah, I'm thinking it is now.
You're right, $40 a month.
No.
That's a lot of money.
But you get unlimited DVR.
But what kind of content do you get with that? Though?
Well, it tells you you get a lot of channels. I was actually surprised. I seriously considered doing that.
But again,
or the Direct TV now.
But again, when you're streaming all that content, if your internet provider likes to regulate and or cap how much bandwidth you consume.
I must have gotten grandfathered in or something because I haven't gotten a cap notice from AT&T.
I don't think they.
Yeah, I've heard that they are.
300 gigs is there? No, it's hard.
No, it's a terabyte.
Is it a terabyte? Oh, that's right. It's cable one. It's like 300.
Yeah, I think AT&T has a terabyte now, but I've never received a letter or anything. And we've got to be getting close on a month or two.
Is there a way you can go in like
probably
monitor that?
Probably, but I never think about doing it. I mean, I never fool with it. I'm sure there is. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. They do have a new individual that's going to be over their, I guess what they call is their direct to consumer streaming. And I had her name right here, and it is, but I guess it's not. Oh, Bonnie Hammer, promoted to chairman, direct to consumer and digital enterprise for NBC Universal. It says here, the NBC Universal large content library, it will draw on that as well as its broad reach over 90 million U.S. households, plus Comcast and Sky's leading technology platforms. It will feature some of the world's most popular television and film franchises, including homegrown original programming, as well as content from outside partners.
I think I could just do without it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yet another streaming service.
Especially after this year. Game of Thrones goes off there.
It's to the point now, like.
I thought about that.
I mean, we're way past this, but it's to the point like, you own another streaming service.
Yeah, it really is. It's
50 million. I mean, not really, literally 50 million. There's so many out there. There's so many out there you can't keep track of anymore.
And honestly, there's enough media out there to get your entertainment for free. There's plenty of stuff on YouTube that is very entertaining.
Yeah,
you don't have to pay for
it. If you like stuff, I mean, it's not for everybody.
If you like stuff, yeah.
If you like stuff like that,
there's plenty of stuff out there.
There's people making their whole career off of producing stuff.
But I don't really like. I mean, that's like almost like reality TV. I'm not a big fan.
No.
It's not interesting to me. But it's interesting.
There's plenty of science channels out there that I found very interesting.
Well, that's fun.
People doing experiments and going through it.
See, but I just don't like stuff. That's just not.
I'm sure there's other stuff that you would like. What would you like? Blue Bloods.
I do like
NCIS.
I don't like NCIS.
SVU,
Law and Order.
I'm no.
That's all the
Murder, She Wrote.
Actually,
he's a game show person. That's
Are you
what
a game show person?
no.
I'm sure there's plenty of game shows.
No.
Twitch.
No, gosh. Twitch.
Games. Show at a games.
No, he's a news junkie. That's what.
Are you a news junkie? There's plenty of stuff online.
I don't even have any news
True.
channels anymore on my
That's
TV.
probably smart. They're
Yeah.
very depressing.
None.
Food
Zero.
Network.
Zilch.
Like Food Network.
Yeah, we watch it sometimes.
What do you watch?
He watches no
I don't-
TV
I don't-
at all.
I didn't say that.
He watches his show on repeat.
Yeah. Well, somebody has to do quality control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not working.
Yeah, I'm just not very mean. That's the problem. I haven't really got the whip out.
Oh,
I mean, because Bruce breaks ranks to start the power jump soft. So we're
I
just,
gotta remember, guys.
yeah. So we're just not working at
Come on,
all.
I'll start the show
whatsoever.
with it.
That's
oh,
good.
man.
I was trying to look through the rest of just. Oh yeah, I forgot. One thing I forgot to bring up, and I talked about it before the show. The Fed, a report out today. The Fed to ease rules on drone UAV.
Oh, yeah.
UAV. Good grief.
ABC.
Flights over people and at night. And there's not a lot of information here, but it says Transportation Secretary Elaine Cho, I think that's how you say her name, says that her agency will propose letting some drone operators do those things without a special waiver from current rules. They give an example. Waivers for night flights wouldn't be needed for operators who go through special training and put anti-collision lighting on their drones. They don't really.
They got to put a bunch of like strobes and stuff or whatever.
She says that the Transportation Department actions will help develop the safe testing and use of drones. She says that she knows some people fear that drones create safety and privacy issues. So this is preliminary, but possibly overcrowds and at night.
Extra training and a bunch of lights, and you can fly over people.
Well, at night they don't really give an example of the
At least you'd be aware if if you could see as long as you have visibility to see the flashing lights.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I guess
extra lighting is illumination, whatever they're asking for. I just know the drones have been causing a bunch of havoc over in the UK.
Yeah, but actually drones haven't. It's people flying the drones that are doing things they shouldn't be doing. Just like SUVs do not wreck. People driving SUVs wreck.
Or cars or other vehicles.
But the majority of people that wreck on motorcycles is because people in cars.
Well, I didn't say motorcycle.
I know. I was just going too there.
But people who drive vehicles don't wreck. People driving the vehicle wrecks. Now the vehicle might have a breakdown or something. That's something different.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, our time is done. We're all out. So the Hey Techies show will have to catch all of you next week. From all of us to all of you, have a fabulous week.
The Hey Techies Show is produced by The Guru and co-produced by Mike Stedham. Join us again next time for another exciting installment of The Hey Techies Show. It's going to be great, baby.